Man, what a week if you are a Raiders fan. Like, what a week. Hey, we're going to talk about it, but the Raiders, I'm going to give some positive news in this. They found the guy, they have found the guy everybody else wants in the midst of all this crap that's going on with the team, with a tough loss, with Devante Adams being traded. We're going to see if that's good or bad, but that's not what this video is about. Hey, you have a new part owner, Tom Brady. You feel good about that or bad? I don't know. Anyways, with all that being said, if you are new to this channel, we love talking football. We are Lions fans. We hope to give kind of an honest opinion of what's going on with your team. But we like positive things around here, so that's what we are going to stick with. So for this video, we're going to get into all the stuff that I talked about. But first, I want to talk about the guy that you got that everybody else wants, and it is none other than tight end Brock Bowers. All right, Brock Bowers has some kind of crazy things about him. All right, Getsy, your OC, said a couple of really nice things. He said some guys like he's a natural football player, said of Bowers' yak abilities. What I mean by that is he understands spacing. He understands his awareness of what's going on around him. I think all that's real. So when he catches the ball and he knows he has space, there's no wasted movement. By the way, the athleticism doesn't hurt. I'm just going to throw that in there. It's catch, drop step, get vertical, and go. So you're seeing him catch checkdowns, and you're seeing him turn them into explosives. And so all that awareness of space and people around you is something special that not everybody has. But he has it, and on top of understanding where he's supposed to be conceptually and the toughness part of it, that part is probably the most important. So the offensive coordinator's talking good about him, but do the stats back it up? All right? I am telling you right now, Brock Bowers, and this is coming from a Lions fan. We have Sam Laporta. All right? Brock Bowers is already making the case that he's the best tight end in the NFL as a rookie just a few games in. Just 6 games in. He's making the argument. You want to see what I'm saying? Let's take a look. Reception leader in the NFL by tight ends right now, Brock Bowers. And it's not close. He has 37 catches. The next highest is Trey McBride at 28. And by the way, he just had like a 9-catch game. All right? And George Kittle. That's what's coming in next. What about targets? All right? Brock Bowers, number 1. Again, not that close. What about yards? Oh, Brock Bowers, number 1. All right, number 1. Now, he's not going to be number 1 in yards per reception because that's saved for guys who have 1 or 2 catches. But what about the longest play from scrimmage? Oh, he's number 3. All right, Tucker Kraft and Dallas Goedert. That Dallas Goedert one was just nuts, by the way. He went off that game. All right, but he's number 3. What about 20-plus yard gains? Oh, look, tied for first, Brock Bowers. So he is a big play tight end. He is a reliable target as a tight end. Some of those big plays are he catches the ball down the field. A lot of those are checkdowns that he turns into big plays. All right? He leads. I know that nobody cares about this, all right? But he is 3rd in fantasy points. All right, because he hasn't gotten into the end zone but 1 time. All right, this is why I took him in my fantasy football draft and a dynasty draft. All right, I took him as the 3rd tight end off the board. So you look at guys like this and you realize, like, all right, we have found someone special on this team. And when you look at what this team is going to build around, it's players like Brock Bowers. All right, so here's what you've done, Raiders fans. You've traded Devante Adams. You are signaling that, okay, we understand our offense can't stand up to it right now. We understand that our offense isn't what it needs to be. We get that. All right, we understand that we're 2-4. We understand that we're in last place in a division that is actually going to be somewhat competitive. The Chargers are better, faster than we thought. I hate to say it. I know. I'm sorry. Right? The Broncos are okay, even though they have a huge deficit in their salary cap. And the Raiders just aren't there yet because they don't have a quarterback. So the question now becomes, how do we get draft capital so that we can go out and get our quarterback? Or how do we free up cap space? By the way, the move with Devante Adams frees up cap space so that we can go pay our quarterback. Yes, I'm talking about like a Sam Darnold. I'm talking about a Justin Fields, right? You've played against him. You know what that's like, right? He's after that performance last week, he's losing his starting job to Russell Wilson. So whoever the Steelers go forward with, the other one is going to be available. What about something like that as a quarterback? Sam Darnold, Justin Fields, or you draft one. You have to find the right OC. Maybe Getsy's it, maybe he's not. I don't know. But what I do know is that you just got a little more draft capital. This is interesting with the Devante Adams trade. All right? It is a third-round pick. But in order to make it a second-round pick, Adam Schefter reported that Devante Adams must be a first or second team AP All-Pro. And it's, by the way, if any of the following happen. So it's not and, it's or. He is on the active roster for an AFC Championship game or Super Bowl. Now, if this was an and, in other words, he has to be first or second team All-Pro, I think that's probably already passed him by, right? And he has to be on the active roster for an AFC Championship game or Super Bowl. You may as well just be like, yeah, it's a third-round pick. And it probably will be a third-round pick. But when the playoffs start, if the Raiders aren't in it, which they probably won't be, you're Jets fans because that improves your pick from a third to a second. If he's on the active roster in an AFC Championship game, you get a second-round pick for him. And then all of a sudden, that becomes a good pick. And by the way, we broke down in a video earlier about what you need to do and why you should trade Devante Adams. And we said that third-rounder sounds right. Second is stretching it. All right, Diggs. I don't think Adams is a better receiver right now than Stephon Diggs when he was traded last year in the offseason. And Diggs got back a third rounder, maybe a second, but they had to give up a pick in it too. So this is equal value for players that have been traded. Keenan Allen only got a fourth. And he's better than Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen was coming off a 1,300-yard season. So when we look at this, we have to understand, like, yeah, it was good value, and now it's time for the Raiders to stack up on things so that they can go out and whether it's spending money, because they're going to have a ton of salary cap room, or whether it's going in the draft, they have realized, all right, we're going to build around Brock Bowers. It's easier to get wide receiver talent, all right, than it is to get quarterback talent. So what we need to do next is we need to find our quarterback. And what the rest of this season is a tryout. Is this coaching staff right? Let me know what you think. Or isn't it? Is this a coaching staff that you want to bring a young rookie quarterback into, or do you want to start over? Do you want to hand the keys to, like, I don't want to give them to you, but Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions? Do you want to hand it to someone like that and say, we trust you with the development of our next quarterback? That's a decision that this team has to make, but what we can know now is they got a guy where they picked Brock Bowers. By them standing pat, they got a really good deal on a really good tight end. All right, thanks for watching. Keep watching. We'll keep doing Raiders stuff, even though they're not winning right now. As long as you keep watching the videos, we're thankful for you. Like and hit that subscribe button so you know when more videos are coming out. See you on the next one.